So in your IELTS reading, there are 3 sections that you need to complete. You have 1 hour to complete them, and the whole test lasts for 1 hour, and there are 40 questions. You only have 1.5 minutes per question. You need to find the answers very quickly. So skimming, reading for overall ideas, and scanning, which is finding keywords, are really important. In yes, no, or not given, you may need to understand the writer's opinion. So we're going to skim read this text very quickly. And we're looking to answer the following information. What is the text about? Is the overall idea positive or negative? Does the writer express any opinions? And can you identify any actors? Now, when I say actors, I don't mean actors like a screen actor or a stage actor. Hi, Alice. Hi, thanks for coming along. When I say actors here, I don't mean actors like in the cinema or a film or in the theatre. I mean people who do an action. This might be groups, it might be individual people, or it might be organizations. Another thing we need to do for really effective skim reading, reading quickly, we're looking for numbers and data and places. So if we skim read this text, we can see it's been estimated an astonishing 70% of mail addressed to you, direct mail, is junk mail. Okay, so this is about junk mail. You're a customer. People are hoping you'll buy something. They're giving you some compelling offer. It says it's annoying. That's annoying. So we've got a negative word here. That's annoying enough, but add to that figure the unsolicited generic or indirect mail that comes through your letterbox. You have a figure of staggering proportions. Okay, you receive a lot of mail, lots of it is junk mail. So that can be added all the advertising material that's in every newspaper and magazine, in effect doubling their size. So there's a lot more printed advertising in newspapers and magazines. Statistics are hard to come by, like a closely guarded secret. Some calculate 3.4 billion items of direct mail and 13 billion items of unaddressed mail, such as inserts and flyers, were sent out in 2005 in the UK. Okay, so we've got numbers, places, 3.4 billion items, 13 billion items. It's telling us it's 2005, and it's talking about the UK. It talks about the environmental impact. While the environmental impact of such use of paper is significant, the volume of the issue, which is similar in every developed country, is an indication that there's something in it for businesses, otherwise they wouldn't do it. So we've got some actors here, we've got businesses, these are the people sending the junk mail. It also talks about you in the beginning as a potential customer. Okay. Hi, Roxana. Hi. Hi, Anna. Hi. So let's have a look at some questions. Now, when we're looking at questions, we want to find some keywords that are going to help us to find the answers. Okay, so I want you to read through these questions, questions 1 to 5. What do you think are important keywords from this question that will help you complete this task? Any ideas? So question 1, it's not always clear what the purpose of direct mail is. We're looking for something about direct mail and we're looking for its purpose. Okay. Question number 2. So from our first reading, the author has a negative opinion of junk mail. We would underline negative opinion because that is probably an important keyword. If you do your first reading really well, you have a very good idea that that answer is going to be yes. The author might have a negative opinion. Remember, he talks about it being annoying. He talks about environmental impacts. Printed media often contains additional advertising. Printed media. What might we see for printed media? That's a really good keyword there. What might we see for printed media? Do we think? Any ideas? Just pop them in the comments. What are printed media? This may be things like newspapers, books, or magazines. True figures for the amount of indirect and direct mail cannot be calculated. Okay, another keyword here, true figures, actual numbers. Yeah, and we know from when we skim read the paragraph at the beginning that we do have some numbers there. So that's going to be really helpful in finding the answer to question number 4. We go to the place where we've got the numbers. These forms of advertising are probably profitable for businesses. They're good for business. And if you remember, we did have something towards the end of the paragraph about businesses. So let's take a quick look. So we've got some keywords here. We've got not always clear what the purpose of direct mail is. The author has a negative opinion. Printed media often contains additional advertising. So often, quite a good word to use there. He's going to give the idea usually, something like this. True figures, actual numbers, and they're difficult to calculate. And then these forms of advertising are probably profitable for businesses. So are businesses making money from this? Let's have a look back at the text. So question 1, it's not always clear what the purpose of direct mail is. Well, we can see at the beginning, so we look back through, we know from our first reading where in the text the answer is, and these questions are usually given in the right order, so we know we're going to be looking close to the beginning. Direct mail, so we can see it in line 2, an astonishing 71% of all mail addressed to you. Direct mail is junk mail. This is all mail looking for business from you. So is the purpose clear? Yes, they want to get business. So there, that gives us number 1 as yes. The author has a negative opinion of junk mail. So we've got this idea of junk mail, and we're looking for the author's opinion. This mail is looking for business. You're a potential customer. Someone's hoping that you will buy or respond to a compelling offer. That's annoying. Okay, negative opinion, that's annoying. Number 2, we've got yes. Printed media often contains additional advertising. Printed media, newspapers, magazines, books, things like this. We can see at the bottom of the first column, we've got every newspaper and magazine. Let's read the sentence. What does it tell us? To that can be added all the advertising material inserted inside every newspaper or magazine you pick up, generally in effect doubling their size. Printed media often contains additional advertising. Yes, every newspaper or magazine. True figures for the amount of direct and indirect mail cannot be calculated. True figures, we're looking at our numbers. So we look into the right-hand column and you will see over there, statistics are hard to come by. Okay, some calculate that at least 3.4 billion items of direct mail and 13 billion items of unaddressed mail were sent out in 2005. Now remember, this is very important. We're looking for the author's opinion. Are these true figures? Statistics are hard to come by. Some calculate. Some calculate. This phrase is a bit too certain. So we're probably going to say true figures for the amount of indirect mail cannot be calculated. The statistics are hard to come by. Some calculate. In the text, it's not a strong enough meaning. So yes, it can, or not given, sorry. It doesn't say whether it's possible to actually calculate. It says some people calculate, but it's not enough to give true figures. This is an estimation. These forms of advertising are probably profitable for businesses. So at the bottom there, it says we've got businesses in the bottom right, which is similar in every developed country in the world, is an indication that there is something in it for businesses. Yes. So it's probably profitable. There's something in it for them. Otherwise, they wouldn't engage in such a costly activity. Okay, what's in it for them? Money. So yes, this is probably profitable. And here we have the sections of the text that we can find from our keywords. So there was a really quick introduction there to the yes, no, not given for the for your IELTS writing. This is really difficult because this task requires you to find the author's opinion. You may not be looking for the exact same words in the text. You need to understand what the reader means when they are giving a certain idea or piece of information. That's all we've got time for today, because this is quite a short broadcast. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming along. I hope it was helpful. Lots of information in a short amount of time. And I hope you can join us next time. Thanks a lot, everybody, for coming along. Alice, Anna, Roxana, and all your other silent listeners out there. Thank you for coming along, and we'll see you next time.